Broadcasting from beneath, from the basement bunker beneath the Keller Radio Studios. Welcome to the fourth hour with Greg Belfrage. It's so great to have you along again, my friend. The president will be unveiling more details about the tariffs today. Let's get you some additional details here from the New York Post. So this will be coming up later today. And what the Post is saying here, here's what to expect. They really don't know. That's what it boils down to. Here's what to expect. The unexpected, I think, is what we come away with. So it's still unclear exactly what the president is going to announce today in the Rose Garden. This will be coming up this afternoon. A key possibility is the reciprocal tariffs. Another proposal that White House aides have drafted is to levy tariffs of roughly 20% on nearly all imports. The latter option, you're getting a reaction, would be very much unprecedented, and we'll see. So in other words, really, we don't know anything. We'll have to wait and see what the president is talking about. A broad-based 20% levy. I don't know that we're going to see that. One of the problems I think with this is you've got the media speculation that's out there. Again, as I have told you on the air a number of times, can we just wait and see? Let's wait and see. Rather than just kind of, react and get all worked up and, let's just wait and see what he unveils, what it winds up being. We've got all kinds of people who are running around like chickens with their heads cut off, and just overreacting to everything anymore. Anything Donald Trump does, you can be sure there is overreaction. The Democrats, they're the masters of this. And it just is absolutely laughable to me as you watch that. So again, I want to take a breath and say, I'm not saying that there's not going to be any impact on consumers on Main Street with these tariffs, but I also am willing to just wait and see. Let's wait and see what's going to wind up happening. I don't think, everything Donald Trump does is the end of the world. Come on. I mean, at what point do you have to sit back and go, man, I just, the screaming, the hysteria, it never isn't too much for the left. And that's what amazes me. Because how do you not look at this constant overreaction, and they never get tired of it? That's what's so amazing to me, because I think anybody who's trying to be honest has to take a step back and go, yeah, this is once again, all of the hysteria over this stuff. Yeah, maybe I don't like this, or maybe it's not as good as the president is out there saying. Maybe it's not all that great, but it's certainly not all of it. I mean, you would think this is the end of times as you listen to the Democrats. Senator Chuck Schumer, give me a break. What is it about him that anybody can find appealing? I mean, seriously, what is it about him that anybody goes, hey, that's our guy? What in the world is that? The rationale escapes me. Let's go to the president's True Social account. Excuse me, I'm going to increase the size of this a little bit easier to read. The president saying, this is an exciting day. This is about an hour ago. Liberation Day. This is the single greatest salvation for not just small businesses, but for America. This country was traveling down an unsustainable path. You can't disagree with that. President Trump has been the only, this is not him speaking. This is Kelly Loeffler of the Small Business Administration. She's saying President Trump has been the only president that has a backbone to stand up to our allies and adversaries alike and say, we have to level the playing field. So Kelly Loeffler was on Mornings with Maria on Fox Business talking about this. There's some other interesting things the president is sharing. And again, about 3 hours ago, he said, it's Liberation Day in America. And you know what's amazing to me is I see whole articles that are written based on this quote. So you got all it. It's just like, you see the same thing with Elon Musk. Elon Musk on Twitter comes out with, this is the way Elon Musk will respond to something. Trump, now generally, he looks more like this, where he goes on. But you see whole media pieces that are crafted around that sentence. It's Liberation Day in America. And it's really kind of crazy. We talked about this voter ID being approved. We talked about that this morning on the show. If you missed it, we'll have the podcasts up for you by noon today. You'll be able to listen to that if you missed it. What else is he posting here? A lot of this stuff, is dated because we're past the election now. But look at these headlines he shared yesterday. Lee Zeldin, EPA ends the Green New Deal. Daily Caller, Trump administration to cut EPA environmental justice offices that were expanded under Joe Biden. All of these headlines. It's just incredible. National Review, Breitbart, New York Post, Washington Free Beacon, and Lee Zeldin leading the charge on a lot of this. So the McLaughlin brothers saying the polls are reflecting Trump's successes. And the polls are really, depending on which polling you see, polls are really fractured, just like the country is fractured. I think that's what the polls wind up showing. It's one of the reasons why I just don't mention polling on the radio show all that often. Trump's successes. He shared this: Trump's America First trade revolution, a win for working families, the case for tariffs, how Trump's tariffs will boost my small business. Over at the New York Post, nearly half of Japanese CEOs say they'll boost investments in America despite Trump's tariffs. So I am not a gloom and doomer when it comes to these tariffs. Neither am I saying it's going to be great. I don't know. What I'm saying is, can we wait and see? Let's wait and see. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it works. I think worse things have been tried. I'm just willing to kind of lay back and, let's see where it goes. Also, Elon Musk continues to be generating a lot of news. So he is calling for he was on Fox News Channel yesterday, and he's calling for the arrest of fake NGO leaders, these non-governmental organizations, NGOs. He says they're part of the Uniparty. So what did he tell Jesse Waters here? He said, with respect to the non-governmental organizations, these sort of fake NGOs, I think there needs to be a number of arrests, he said. Actually, he was on the 5 yesterday on Fox News Channel. He said these are fake charities run by mostly Democrats. There's sometimes a little bit of Republican in there because they sometimes throw the Republicans a bone to say, hey, be quiet about this. So that's where you start getting the uniparty thing going on, Elon Musk says. but as overwhelmingly to Democrats, they give these billions of dollars to NGOs run by Democrats that then go through a whole network of additional NGOs. It's a giant money laundering scheme. Really, at this point, I think the word NGO and money laundering are almost synonymous. So the uniparty term used by the president's supporters, and I think there is a uniparty that is out there. And this is one of the things I think Donald Trump, it's the reason that Donald Trump has been able to appeal to Elon Musk and others like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Tulsi Gabbard and, the people who have been from outside the Republican Party who are looking at these things. So Elon Musk saying the wheels of justice turn slowly but surely. I have a maniacal sense of urgency, which he does. If you know anything about Elon Musk, he does. He wants to go. And I think that would be typical of somebody in his position, right? Who is running these, Tesla and SpaceX and, at the top of these just, incredible companies and what he's doing. That I found that do you find that interesting? I think Elon Musk is pretty. I keep hitting the wrong button here. Forgive me. Elon Musk is pretty incredible. One of the things I've been interested in is what happened with Kid Rock and Bill Maher and Donald Trump. And so Kid Rock is talking about this, describing the meeting that they had with the president. And I want to get, this is Kid Rock on Fox and Friends.
100%. Me and Dana both said there's never been that's ever met the president in any scenario that's walked away without saying wow, what a great guy. He's so funny, so engaging. He's so smart. And absolutely, Bill even said to me, after that, he goes, wow, that was, everybody's mind was kind of blown. Even the president's, I think, because the president called me late night last night and, everyone was a little suspect about going into this. And even the president kind of alerted to me a little bit like, what do you got me doing?
Right.
And I go, man, we're just trying to show people that, even though we've been pretty hard on each other, that when you get face to face, maybe we could have a little more civility in this country and try to bring people together.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's Kid Rock saying that was his whole intention, having a little bit of bringing people together and having a little bit of civility. Wow. Pretty amazing. I look forward to hearing what Bill Maher is going to have to say on his real-time program following that. But I have been very, very interested. I have been surprised that there has not been more reporting. But of course, considering the legacy media and the things that they're pushing and where they're at, for instance, did you see? You maybe heard the boys talking about this yesterday on Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins. Leslie Stahl on 60 Minutes talking to this, to the person who had been held by Hamas and, their time in captivity and, the person talking about, not being fed and wasn't given much food. And Leslie Stahl's reaction, did you stop to think that maybe they don't have a lot of food? I'm like, what? As bad as you think things are at CBS, guess what? They're worse. They are worse. I heard that yesterday. I'm like, what? I wouldn't have believed it, I think, if I hadn't heard it. These people are just absolutely so incredible. And that story actually was trending this morning. I didn't have time to get to it. And it's like, wow, it's just absolutely incredible as you watch some of this stuff unfold. So Elon Musk was also, as we talk about him on the 5 yesterday, there's a portion of this interview. So he's on the 5 and I shared some of his comments, and I want to pick up a portion of this. You had Jessica Tarlov, who's trying to trap Elon Musk, starts out by saying, "Hey, I own a Tesla, and some of my friends own Teslas," and then she starts in with the typical Democratic crap against Elon Musk, and 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 he responds to it, and I really appreciate what Elon Musk is saying here. Let's see what you think.
They can bring that up. They can raise that, and I do want to say,
talking about
sometimes we make a
Doge.
mistake. Nobody bats 1,000. We will at times make mistake and make a mistake. We'll act very quickly to correct it. I am under such an extreme spotlight, so much scrutiny that it's literally impossible for me to get away with anything nefarious, and obviously nor do I wish to. So this is a case where we have radical transparency. We're actually willing to admit that we do make mistakes. Often people are not willing to admit they make mistakes, but we are. But we want to emphasize we fix them quickly, and we're trying to do the right thing for the American taxpayer, for the American people. And I think history will be the judge that what we've done here and what we're doing is a very good thing for the strength and future of America.
You better be on your feet and applauding right now. I mean, seriously, how do you not listen to that? And I mean, and he's right. You know, they are through their website. They are detailing everything that they're doing. It's out there. It's open. It's transparent. I think the transparency of this administration is something unlike anything I've ever seen in my lifetime. I have never seen this kind of transparency before that we see coming from Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency. It's just absolutely incredible. And one of the things I love is it's the same thing I love about Trump. Donald Trump just doesn't flinch. You know, you got folks who are throwing all of this stuff at him. He just doesn't flinch. Elon Musk is made of the cut from the same cloth. He just doesn't flinch. He handles it. He responds to it in good humor. You know, as you saw in that clip, he responds to it in good humor. Everything we're doing is transparent. If you have concerns, bring them up. We're not above mistakes. We're going to make mistakes. When we do, we correct them, which he has done on several occasions already. Man, that's the kind of accountability that really appeals to me. And you've got to wonder how many other Americans are being just really positively moved by what they see. Now, admittedly, there are those you'll never convince. You'll never convince them. You know, they're stuck in whatever. I don't even want to get into where they're at, but you'll never convince them. I don't think you ought to try. People who are reasonable. Let's concentrate on convincing people who are reasonable, people who are open to the possibility that maybe the Republicans are not entirely bad, entirely evil. And what's going, because you have a certain, let's admit, there is a certain segment of the population where you'll never convince them of anything otherwise. I hear from them occasionally, not very often, but occasionally I hear from them. And, you know, you shake your head, you move on. You just move on. It's like, okay, well, there's one who's lost, one lost soul in the battle out there, but Elon Musk and what he's doing, the transparency of Doge, it's just absolutely incredible. All right, my friend, we're going to leave it there for today. That's going to be a wrap from the bunker. You made it to the end of the video, so you are part of my gallery of champions. I want to thank you so much for being here. Hit that like button before you leave, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Until then, I'm underground, and I'm gone.